Hi everyone, my name is Alan Kimbelwa and I'm from Tanzania. I run a non-profit organization called Tanzania Young Leaders Empowering Vijana, EAYEF, um, uh, an organization that advocates for youth empowerment and mentorship. But I'm also a managing director of a business management consultants company called Force Tanzania Limited. I'm so excited to be part of the East African Youth Economic Forum because I believe this is a platform where young people have an opportunity to share their experience and to learn from one another. And I would like to talk about youth engagement. Um, Youth engagement is, for young people within the East African country, is very essential or very important. This is because it is an opportunity for young people to participate in decision making. It's an opportunity for young people to become change makers. It's an opportunity for young people to see a need to have a business startups. But what I oftenly seen is that there are very few implementers of ideas compared to the number of young people who have extremely and wonderful ideas, in which if these ideas were to be, if they were to be put in action, if they were actually being implemented, they would definitely add a great value to that community, regardless to what background you come from, or regardless from what you're faced with at that community, or what is lacking at your community. I believe we do have a role to play in youth engagement, or engaging ourselves with our communities. Now, many young people often say, I don't know what to do, I don't know where to start, I don't know what I should do. I have this idea. What should I start? I mean, who should I talk to? Where should I go? I don't have enough money to do it. But I would like to share my story, maybe to give you an idea on what it takes for you to put your idea in action. When I started the non-profit organization, it of course started as an idea in my mind, and an idea to add value to my community. And of course the motivation for this idea came through what I observed in my community. I mean, there are a very big number of school dropout, those who drop out from school, those who failed to go to high school, and those who did not go to school at all. So you have a big number of young people who are just on street, and some of them are just basically just wandering around with nothing to do. And in their families, they've already been labeled as failures, because they failed to fit into the education system. Well, so there was a day when I was coming back from work, and I saw a group of young people who always sit on the same place towards the evening, where they can sit down and talk about different stories. Now, as I was passing by there, of course, they normally greeted me. So this time they also greet me. But this was different. I felt that how can I add it back to my community? What should I do, And then I decided that the following day I'm gonna call all these young people in my community, and I'm going to talk to them. But I didn't know what I was gonna tell them. So I called them. Well, and they accepted. And they sat down, and then I stood up and say, guys, I called you here today because I need to talk to you about something. And then they said, what is it, Alan? Then I said, guys, I understand that some of you drop out from school. I understand that Some of you did not go to school, and some of you are even fresh graduates. But the fact that you have failed, or you have dropped out from school, or you do not fit into the education system, that doesn't mean that you have failed life. There is still great potential within yourselves in which the world need them. You know, you have skills that and potential that, if you utilize them, then you can make a change in that community. I mean, look around us. I mean, we are the next generation. After our parents are gone, then it's us. So if we don't learn on how best we can utilize the resources that which are available in our communities, then we're going to end up being a group of people who do not add any value to our communities. Well, they were greatly inspired on that first day, and that was also a green light for me that well, this is it. This is the beginning. So we ended up forming the nonprofit organization. Of course, I took some of these young people and I put them in the leadership role. And then we started running this mentorship program where we invite different young people and they go through series of programs. For example, they learn about social entrepreneurship. They learned about leadership, about self-awareness, about financial literacy, about digital literacy. So many things that we even train them how to do job interviews, how to stand up as a leader. What do you do? You know, wherever you go, you are the leader. You are supposed to make a change in your community. And little by little, I could see transformation happening to these young people, because some of them even stopped just sitting that same area, like a hangout area. They stopped because they came to know that they have a role to play. And 1 year afterwards, some of them ended up starting their own entertainment company. Some of them went to art. Some of them went to video and photography, documentaries. In fact, our first EAYEF documentary was made by one of the young person who, if somebody asked me that maybe 1 year ago or a couple months ago that he was to do that, I will not believe it, or anyone will not have believed it based on where he come from. So this was really transformative. I mean, it was really, really, really nice. And then, so after 6 months, we called the parents of these young people and we grouped them together. So the parents were really shocked to see they're all dressed up, they're all punctual, they're all speaking well. And one parent, she actually had a big space. She actually opened a school, a kindergarten school on the backyard. So when she saw the initiative, she said, you know what, I'm offering my kindergarten school as a space for you people to come and meet and run your activities. So we got that space for free. We never paid rent. And we put our office there, and everything started moving tremendously. And so many things happened because of that. So many things happened because of that. So that is just a little story that I wanted to share with you. In fact, how we as young people need to engage with our communities. And most importantly, making sure that we move from having ideas to implementing these ideas. Because unless we implement these ideas, that is when we're going to see the grace that is available for us. If I did not start that idea, then it means no one would have come and given us that space to use it. You see? So I've only used that example of somebody offering space or starting this non-profit organization. So maybe you have an idea of opening an orphanage. Maybe you have an idea of have a clean water project for your communities, you know? Maybe you have an idea of starting a business. Maybe you have an idea of, could be anything. Start up a football academy for young people from your communities. My advice or my suggestion or my really advice that I can really tell you is go for it. Start. Even if it's small, start small. And then slowly you're going to build up. Start small, you know. Go to the people who you share the same passion, you share the same vision. And then from there you can grow together, you know. Because when you're together, that is when you can go far. And the idea or the vision that you have, sometimes it needs time also to grow. I mean, you cannot jump from number 1 to number 10. It will go slowly. And whatever opportunities that will come along your way, then you apply for those opportunities. If you're going to find people who appreciate your ideas, then go to them. Write to people about your initiative. You know, see, most companies have something called as a corporate social responsibility. See what does their corporate social responsibility strategy is. If it aligns with your idea, then write to them. You know, write to them and say that you're doing this initiative. Can you come and sponsor it? So slowly, you know, when you become a leader who is engaged or who is interested in transforming people's lives or making a change in your community, then that alone will take you places, because you're touching people's lives. You're not doing something out of your own personal ambition. You're not doing something out of your own, I don't want to say, it's not self-centered, but it's people-centered, you know? You are more interested in people. You want to see, once you see the pain in your community, it touches you. The minute it touches you, it means there's something that you can do, you know? And I'm very thankful for All Truth Abiders, because it's also Christian-centered. And this means that you can become a person that God can use. And if He uses you and you allow Him to use you, then nothing is going to stop you, or no one is going to stop you. Because He will lead you, He will teach you. You will know what to do next. He will always prepare for you the next thing for you. Do it out of clear conscience. Engage with your community out of clear conscience. Do not engage with your community as a young person with selfishness, you know, because you won't go far. But when you engage with your community with clear conscience, with compassion, with love, then that alone is going to open doors for you, you know? And people will see that. And when people see that, they'll celebrate you. And when people see that, then they'll come and join you. Then along the way, as you pursue your vision or your idea, then you're also helping others also developing the idea. For example, in our non-profit organization, I had a vice chair lady. After 4 years working together, she ended up starting our own foundation, and she will often come and tell me that how much being with us helped her to shape her idea. So you'll be surprised that the minute you start to engage with your community, then there's so many people who come and join you. And as you start this journey, there are challenges that you're going to face as well. Some of them to do with can be administration-wise, can be registration-wise. Depending on the country that you're coming from, it has its own procedure. For example, in Tanzania, there's a procedure that one needs to follow if you want to start a non-profit organization. Or if you want to start a business, there's a procedure that you need to follow. So you need to comply with that. So even for your own country, make sure that you comply with that so that you can have it fully registered. I'm sure that if you follow what they require, then you'll definitely be able to open it, because when you look around you, there's so many non-profit or so many businesses around you. So much as they were able to open, so similarly even you can do it. You can also open yours. So and make sure that you also register with them, and then once you register, make sure that you follow all the compliance, what they need, and you'll be able to fulfill them. If you don't have everything, be honest with them. Tell them your motives, your intention. Then some will understand. They may not understand the first day, or the second day, or the third day, or the fourth day, or the sixth day. Then go the seventh day. They will understand, because they will see that your intentions are clear, your motives are clear. And the other challenge, maybe it can be also in terms of maybe setting up the organization itself, or setting up the business, or which you might have. So but you're going to learn in slowly by slowly. I will suggest that you will go and learn from other people who have managed to do that. For example, our nonprofit, when we started it, and we had some management challenge in setting up and things like that. So we went and spoke to somebody who has been in nonprofit for years, and she was willing to help, and she advised us. And even starting the business management consultancy, similarly, I also went to a business person who has also been doing that. So it's only a strong desire or passion will drive you to seek to these people. And when you go, it will also mean that you're serious. Otherwise, if you won't, then again, it's just going to remain as an idea. So learn from those who have made it, learn from those who have been able to achieve, so that they can advise you correctly. Learn from them. Be a learner. Be willing to learn. Similarly, while you're serving your community. And the other challenge is sustainability. You have also to ensure that whatever that you'll be getting, whatever that you're doing now, is you are keeping those resources. If it will come in terms of monetary, if people are gonna give you money to support you, if it's relationship, and if people are becoming partners to you, keep the partnership, because it's going to help you with sustainability, you know. If it's money, keep some money, so also it can help you with your business as well, or your non-profit for longer term, when the dry season is there, when nothing is coming in or you don't have any activity that is happening. But lastly, I'll also like to say that in youth engagement, you can be engaged in one idea or in one project or in one business, but you can even have more. So more opportunities might be coming your way as you advance your career in this journey. This is what I wanted to talk to you about, especially on youth engagement, and how important it is for youth to engage with their community, so that they can become change makers and they can make an impact to their communities. There's so much perhaps I would have wanted to say, but this has been my deepest desire to talk to you about this. So thank you, and if you have any questions, then I am willing to be able to answer them if you might have them. Otherwise, thank you very much. Again, my name is Alan Kimbelwa from Tanzania, and God bless you.